Hello. Today we're going to make pork cube steaks and pork minute steaks. We're going to use the Seaboard Foods boneless pork sirloins. We're going to take and cut all the fat off of these as we're doing it because we want these to be nice and lean. The fat that we cut off, if it has meat on it, we're going to put it in the sausage trim. Now on these boneless pork sirloins, anything that's got the heavy seams in it, like that right there, is going to go into the pork minute steak material. Also, we're going to peel out this muscle right here that is on the bottom of these pork sirloins because it's got a lot of seams throughout it. So that's going to go in the pork minute steak material. And the nice, just plain meat is going to go into pork cube steaks. And you might wonder, well, why? Well, these pieces that are going to be made into cube steaks are going to just be tenderized through the cuber 4 to 6 times. So we don't want anything in there that could be undesirable. Now in the pork minute steaks, it's going to be ground first 2 to 3 times and then put through the tenderizer. So it's going to chew a lot of that stuff up to make it where it's more tender. So again, we're going to trim that bottom muscle off. That's going to go into our pork minute steak material. We're going to trim all the fat off, all the any kind of tissue that's on there. And that side piece that's got a seam in it, that'll go into the pork minute steaks. And this will go into pork cube steaks. Take that bottom muscle off. You can see it peels right out. There's a seam that you just follow around there. And trim all the fat off the top. We want nothing but nice lean pieces of meat for the pork cube steaks. So again, we take that little muscle off the bottom. It's got all those seams throughout it. That'll go in the pork minute steaks. Take the side piece off. That's also going in the pork minute steaks. Take the fat off. That'll go in our sausage material. Continue to clean up the whole piece. And then this will go into pork cube steak material. We're going to do another bag the same way. Take the bottom muscle off. Trim off that side piece. That all goes into pork minute steaks. Make sure all the fat, all the sinews off of the nice lean pieces of meat there. So I've leaned up all of the material. This is the pork minute steak material after I've ground it 3 times. So you can see how nice, lean, and fresh that looks. This is the pork cube steak material after I've taken all the fat and the sinew and things like that off of it. I'm going to make the pork minute steaks first. So just like we did with the beef minute steaks, we take and make a ball out of the lean ground pork that we've leaned up and ground 3 times. Then we flatten it out and we drop it through the tenderizer. We'll put 2 to 3 of these to a pack. And if we overlap them, we want to make sure that we put patty paper in between them because, again, these are very fragile and they tear apart very easy and they stick together. So we want to make sure that there's paper in between them because once they're wrapped, they would stick together in the package. And it would make the customer very happy to try to get those apart. So you can use either the patty paper or you can take steak paper and cut it down into small pieces to put in there. And we just drop them through the tenderizer one time. You can see those turn into a nice looking lean pork minute steak. Now, pork minute steaks are very tender. They're a very good item too. If you haven't tried them, they make a great sandwich. Or you can take and bread them and fry them, or serve them with gravy and mashed potatoes. I've never had a problem selling pork minute steaks, and it gives you a way to take that lean pork and make some extra money out of it. Especially that bottom muscle on the sirloin. By grinding it, you're grinding all those seams up that are in it, so it makes it nice and tender. It's one of my favorite things. My wife buys these almost every week. Just make a ball, flatten it out, drop it through there. You want to make sure you have your hand flat underneath the cuber when you're catching that. Otherwise, they'll spread out and get a little bit away from you there. They'll be all over the place. Here at this store, they put them in 10S trays, 2 and 3 to a package. I do put pads underneath all my product like this to absorb any liquid that might come out of the meat. And just take them. After you've ground that pork 3 times, just form it into a ball, flatten it out, drop it through. Make sure your hand's down there to catch it. And now we'll make some family packs in 7S trays. We're going to put about 5 per pack in those. Put some pads underneath them, catch the juice. You can make a ball, flatten it out, catch it. Make sure you put a pad or a patty paper in between them. These are very tender, so this is the finished product on the pork minute steaks. We've ground them 3 times. We've made balls, dropped them through the tenderizer, and this is the finished product. Now we're going to take the meat that we've prepared from the boneless pork sirloins and make pork cube steaks. So we take the pieces and we're going to drop them through about 4 to 6 times. We're going to fold it in between each time. It's a little big, so I'm going to tear some off. Fold them, it makes it blend the meat a little bit better. The more times you run them, the more tender they get. You don't want to just tenderize these a couple of times. And you can also see why we take all the fat off. Anything else that's undesirable we remove so that they're a nice, desirable piece of meat. See, when you only do it 1 time, you can't tear it apart. 2 times, you can't tear it apart. So it takes 4 to 6 times before you can get that to where it just falls apart. Drop them through, fold them. You want to have them basically about the size of the palm of your hand. You want to make sure you don't get them too big so the price point doesn't get out of hand. Also, on these small packs, we're going to put 2 to 3 per package. Family packs, we'll put 4 to 6 per package. Again, if you don't have patty paper, you can use steak paper to put in between these. I put pads underneath my cube steaks to absorb that blood so that the customers don't get that on them when they're buying the product. It also helps keep your case from getting dirty by using soaker pads. You take one when you have a smaller one and add to it. Pieces that you've pulled off, just fold them in. Pork cube steaks are also a good item. Same way as the pork minute steaks. They're good fried, good with gravy. A lot of good ideas that you can use these for. Again, if you haven't tried them, I suggest trying them. Any of this tenderized meat is good for people that might have dentures, might have trouble chewing. And believe me, older folks are looking for things like this that are easier for them to eat. So if you you want to put these out there. You want to do it more than once. You want to have them out where they can find them on a regular basis, and they'll be back in to get them. Because not all stores carry pork cube steaks, pork minute steaks. It's also a good way for you to make extra profit. It takes just a little time, but you can make money off of that by putting out something that your competition doesn't. With families. A lot of times I'll take and tenderize pork chops, but I usually only tenderize them one time, drop it through the cuber, which makes it a little tender. But by running it through 4 to 6 times, you're getting this to where it almost falls apart. This is the pork cube steaks after we're done here. You can see that they're nice, lean pork cube steaks, no fat throughout them. And those are the family packs there. That's how we make pork cube steak.